Well, hello, Plain Donuts listeners. It's your co-host, Steve. Welcome to this week's episode. Hey, in the middle section, we're going to have a brief, important announcement, so be listening up for that. All right, enjoy the show.
I rubbed my eye really aggressively, and it was like the sound.
Everybody on the podcast is going to hear
it. Eye rub sound.
Oh, we didn't even check the mic, but we'll just assume we're okay.
We're good. We already had a really good opener, so I'll scoot closer.
Okay, me too.
Are we good? We can do some...
I think we're okay.
Stop it. I'm not part of this.
Okay, sorry.
Like drumline.
Nice. Yeah.
Are you Nick Cannon or am I Nick Cannon?
I was trying to I was trying to do that Face-Off song.
Oh, Percocet.
No, not that one.
Oh, that's Mask Off.
Yeah. No,
Face-Off.
I forgot what it's called.
Oh, jeez. So well.
It wasn't The Devil Went Down to Georgia, I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't Wrecking Ball?
Dueling Banjos. That's the one. Thank you, Otto, for whispering that from the corner. Okay.
That would have been my response.
I remember how to podcast.
It's been a couple weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
We gotta flex our podcast muscles.
I know, seriously.
Gotta
Okay.
Stretch out. Welcome to the Plain Downs podcast. This is your first time.
Welcome. I'm your co-host, Steve.
And I'm your other co-host, Alicia.
Alicia. God. Well, how would you prefer people to say your name?
Ooh. It's always exciting when people are like, Alicia? I'm like, ooh, sounds so posh and fancy, and I would love...
You're a posh, fancy person.
Posh, fancy lady. If I lived in the plaza in New York, that would be how I would want people to say my name.
Oh, I don't know what the
doorman would be like,
is.
"Good morning, Miss Alicia." I'm like, "Good morning, Gerald. How are you this evening?" Or afternoon, morning. Oh wow, I must have been really drunk when I was in the plaza because I don't know what time it is. I don't know. Gerald just sounds like a really good doorman name.
What are you trying to... Sorry, Gerald, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Listen up, Gerald.
Be a doorman, Gerald.
Be a nice doorman with a cute hat, matching coat and gloves.
That reminds me of the scene in Knocked Up where that lady is yelling at the guy for being a doorman.
Oh.
You're just a doorman! That scene.
That's so mean. I don't remember that movie. Hey, and
now
it
reminds me of VidCon, so sorry.
That's the topic for today.
What?
Although
Movies.
We are getting a little ahead of ourselves.
We are. But we're going to be talking about movies. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Okay, so...
We're going to talk about our weeks.
Yeah, I guess... I said I remembered how to podcast, but that was wrong.
It's okay.
Yeah, so okay, so last week was America's birthday and also
Happy
Otto's
birthday.
birthday.
And Otto, I guess.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Otto. How did it go? How was everything?
It was fun. Yeah, we set off some questionable fireworks in a questionable lot below Harrison, like we were supposed to. We followed the rules.
Good job.
We went, and it was really, really windy, and I wasn't sure if the fireworks I had were aerial fireworks or not, so I was like, it's gonna be a surprise. But it turned out only one of them was an aerial firework. The rest were fountains.
Oh, so. Good. Oh, did you buy a pack or something?
It was actually some leftover from last 4th of July.
Oh.
Because my homegirl from my last job,
want not,
she
I guess.
was like, hey, my dad owns 12 fireworks stands, and he has all these, this is a professional firework man, and want to come over to this stand and I'll give you a discount. And I was like, okay. And I went, and she hooked me up with some serious aerial fireworks last year. And we didn't know we didn't know they were aerials at the time, so we lit them on really close to our house, and they went up in the air, and they exploded really close. Some exploded on the ground because there's always a couple duds, but it was really scary, and we all ran away. So
that's great.
And then the cops showed up.
At least nobody got their arms burned off or their fingers chopped off in saws or anything like that.
Ugh, that'd be the worst.
Sorry, Alicia showed me a picture of a chopped off saw finger. You can
Ugh.
find that on yourplaindonuts.com. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It's not on our website.
Oh, it's not. But, yeah, and then...
But, like, DM us if you want to see it.
Yes. Well, there's a guy who died last year because he put an aerial firework on his head.
Really?
A mortar. You remember that, Otto? Yeah, he, like, put it on his head and it exploded, and obviously because physics, it concussioned his brain and he died.
Of course.
So it was like, wow, that's a really terrible way to die. Like, you're standing there and having fun, and all of a sudden you just collapse on the ground, and your friends are like, oh, he died. Like, that's really traumatic.
That's very stupid.
Yeah.
It is unbelievably dumb.
Yeah, so don't do that. Because we still have 4th of July here in Utah.
Oh, yeah, the 24th. Pie and Beer Day.
Pie and Beer Day, or Pioneer Day if you're not
if you're not into pie and beer.
Pie and Beer, or you're like really into just Pioneer Day and trekking across those plains.
Yeah. Somebody said, I follow a few people that are LDS on Twitter just because they're local people that I kind of know. I don't really know them, but like kind of. Anyway, somebody retweeted somebody else who said that Trek is... Have you heard of Trek before?
The bicycle company?
No. There's a thing called...
Oh, wait, that's the thing where they dress up and they it's called Trek because they literally trek.
Yeah, they literally
like a specific
walk.
Distance, right?
Yeah.
How far is it?
I don't know. Like,
but it's like a couple days? Or
yeah,
is it? Yeah.
It's like greater than 20 miles,
Oh my
I
gosh.
think.
And they have to carry... like, they dress up in period clothes, from what I remember. And it's during...
The 1800s,
like,
yeah.
a hot time of the year, if I remember
I think it happened a couple weeks ago, actually.
Yeah, and they carry, like, the hand carts, right? And they go across the deserty area, and, like, it's kind of like Civil War reenactments, but not as exciting.
The tweet said that Trek is Comic-Con for Mormons.
That's pretty good.
Because they like cosplay and stuff. So anyway.
That's really good. That's funny.
I thought that was pretty good. I mean, if you're Mormon and you're listening, you probably thought it was funny too. So
that's pretty funny. You can't deny that that's like a pretty
funny joke.
Pretty funny joke. So
So I don't know. My last couple of weeks have been kind of boring.
Oh really?
I don't remember anything that I did.
Did you, Steve and I were both actually lamenting a little bit ago about the lack of our calories that we have left on MyFitnessPal.
I went so far over today. I even had 2 plates. I was just like, you know what? Today is done already. Yeah. I just can't.
It was...
I'll just make it up tomorrow.
I actually was jogging in place so I could get some more calories to eat food.
It's so bad.
I have 25 left.
Nice.
Oh man, I like really cut it close, but... I had like a midnight snack.
Somebody is mowing their lawn right now.
Oh, rude. We are podcasting, don't they know?
Don't mow your lawn. Oh, it's my neighbor.
Oh, is that the one that is going to have the... Oh, yeah, you got invited... You're hosting or you're going to a block party?
We're helping to plan and put together a block party of people just on our street.
Yeah, that's so fun and neighborly of you.
I know. Well, we didn't... Somebody else was like, I really want to do this, and she invited a bunch of people over to her house to talk about it, and they're doing it.
So organized.
I know. I was like...
This person's like a type A personality.
Oh,
I guess. I
cool.
don't know. When people say that, what does that mean? Like a type A personality?
It means that they're very...
like organized? Or...
Like, can be organized, but also, like, often assertive. Okay. That kind of thing. So, yeah, type A. My mom used to judge personality colors.
Oh, yeah, like you're like white, yellow, blue, and... green? Were those the colors? They probably have a bunch of
I think so. Colors. I think I was blue and green or something. Ooh. I can't remember. My mom would always say she's red. So there were a few different personalities, yeah. Yeah. So
have you ever taken the like Myers-Briggs personality test? I know people say that it's not necessarily, like which, how can you really determine like what a human behavior is based off of like a test and like 4 letters within that. But I find that it's like, I don't know, pretty accurate for me. Sure. For like some of the things that it describes. But have you ever taken the Myers-Briggs?
Yeah. You millennials really love the Myers-Briggs tests. Let's see.
I love looking up Tumblr posts about like different things. It's like, tag yourself. I'm a storm. We do that at work, actually, on Thursdays. It's kind of fun.
The Myers-Briggs
we
test?
we all have our Myers-Briggs personality types, like, printed out. Well, I have everyone in the office is printed out, and then, someone will send around, here's who you are if you're in Grey's Anatomy, or here's who you are if you're a Storm, or whatever, which is kind of funny, but I like them.
I'm trying to find mine because I can never remember.
Can I try and guess what you are?
Sure.
I'm gonna say you're an extrovert. Extrovert, introvert, right? Those are the ones.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily based off of how much you like people. It's more like how you get your energy from people, right? If I can understand it correctly. Yeah. And then I'm gonna say you're a N.
What does that mean?
So it's intuitive versus sensing. From what I've heard it described as, intuitive is you're more of a big picture type of person. Sensing.
Wait, so the first letter would be E.
E or I.
Okay.
And you're an E. I think you're extroverted.
Okay.
And the second one, it can be between S and N, and is more big picture. S is more detail oriented, all the little detail. I think you're an S, for sure.
What is the other one? What is N?
N is big picture, intuitive versus sensing. But sometimes the names don't make sense to me. But,
okay, sure.
And then the other one is feeler versus thinker.
So you think I'm an S?
Yeah, I think you're an S.
Okay.
That's not one of the letters. I'm just kidding.
So ES.
ES.
Okay.
And then
feeler versus thinker.
I think you're a feeler.
One. Okay.
Because I just feel that way. Because I'm a feeler.
I see what you did there. Okay. All right. So ES.
F.
Okay. What's the last one?
And I think P, because it's judging versus perceiving, but it doesn't necessarily mean judgment as in I am judging you. And
so what is judging and what is perceiving?
So judging is said to be you are more you like schedules. You like things on...
That's judging?
You like schedules. You're more... I guess not necessarily organized, but you like to live a more organized, life. You like to kind of go things, by, the time, specific times. You don't you're not, more flexible in your schedule. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah. But you just prefer to have, things set out
to be
like
straightforward.
that.
Yeah.
P for perceiving. That's more definitely you're... flexible, if someone were to call you up at 11 at night on Friday, it was let's go to Vegas, you'd be oh yeah, cool. You're, I don't know, you're more open to changing things around. I'm trying to think of the word that you would use for that. Flexible. I've said that word a billion times. You're more
kind of the opposite of judging.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right.
So
you think I'm ESFP?
I feel like you're on the line between J and P, but I would put you more towards the P side, actually, which is the same personality type that Otto is.
ESFP?
ESFP, yeah.
I when I took the test in 2013, so it's been 4 years, I got ENFJ. So
I screwed it up half of it.
I more intuitive than S. I don't know what any of this means. Even after you explained it, I'm
let me pull it up because I'm not very good at explaining it.
Okay, so let me see what this thing says. I don't remember feeling like it really
it didn't resonate
described
with you.
Me. It's the giver, I guess. As an ENFJ, your primary that's apostrophe RE. Come on, at least have good grammar. They use the wrong form of your.
How dare they?
I just threw my phone on the ground.
It made a good sound. I hope it picks up on
I hope it did, yeah. Primary mode of living is focused externally, where you deal with things according to how you feel about them or how they fit into your personal value system. I guess that's true so far. Your secondary mode is internal, where you take things in primarily via your intuition. That's probably true. I'm not very scientific. People-focused individuals, people possibilities, excellent people skills. They care about people. Come on, you can use some other words here. Talent for bringing out the best in others. giving love as their main interest in life. Support and a good time to other people. I do try to do that. They're focused on understanding, supporting, and encouraging others. They make things happen for people and get their best personal satisfaction from this. People skills are so extraordinary, they have the ability to make people do exactly what they want them to do.
Master manipulator.
I don't know if that's true. Jokes. Anyway, I had some really good dirty jokes there,
Jokes,
but I just didn't.
jokes.
I didn't want to say them. They get under people's skins and get the reactions they are seeking.
Ooh.
ENFJ's motives are usually unselfish, but ENFJs who have developed less than ideally have been known to use their power over people to manipulate them. What is this website? Good Lord.
Is that 16 personalities?
No, it's personalitypage.com. Yeah, I just doxed this website so bad.
Sorry.
Your website sucks. If you wrote better and didn't have so much bias in your writing, maybe I'd believe it more. LOL! ENFJs are so extremely focused that it's especially important for them to spend time alone. Okay?
Do you agree with that? How do you feel?
Sometimes, yeah. They have a tendency to be hard on themselves and turn to dark thoughts when alone.
Do you feel that way?
I'm super hard on myself, yes. And I do turn to dark thoughts when I'm alone. I have very particular interests. No, I'm just joking. Consequently, ENFJs might avoid being alone and fill their lives with activities involving other people. ENFJs tend to define their life's direction and priorities. Good. This is like 1,000 words about ENFJs. May not be aware of their own needs. It's natural to the personality type that they will tend to place the other people's needs above their own, but they need to stay aware of their own needs so they don't sacrifice themselves in their drive to help others.
I would agree with that.
But I don't care about anybody. Just kidding.
Such a lie. It's the biggest lie I've ever heard you tell.
ENFJs tend to be more reserved about exposing themselves than other extroverted types. I would hope.
Like out in the open? Like, what does that mean exactly?
I don't know. Exposing oneself is not normally referred to in any way but a
lewd way.
Yes. Although they may have strongly felt beliefs, they're likely to refrain from expressing them if doing so would interfere with bringing out the best in others. Because their strongest interest lies in being a catalyst of change in other people, they're likely to interact with others on their own level in a chameleon-like manner rather than as individuals. Come on, personality page! I got my own individuality! I'm an individual!
Do you feel like an individual?
No, I just take everybody else's jokes and styles and just try to mash them together to make something funny happen.
Steve's crying.
There's more?
Oh, geez.
There's like 7 more paragraphs of this, maybe 10. I can't go on.
Oh, man.
I feel like I'm just boring the audience with my personality details.
Everyone knows all about Steve now?
Let's see. ENFJ. And the thing about, like, nobody on Tumblr is like, oh, this is so me, ENFJ. I'm just not one of the cool millennials. Okay, so, here we go. Online personality tests. Characteristics, extroversion, intuition, feeling. Common ENFJ prefers harmony. Okay, here we go. Here's a bullet list. Thank you, website. And then we'll be done with ENFJs. ENFJs prefer harmony to discord. Outgoing and warm-hearted. Genuinely interested in the feelings of others. Come on, guys. Often have a diverse range of friends and acquaintances. Great at supporting and encouraging others. Excellent organizers. Nope. Seek approval from other people. Yup. I think that list kind of sums me up.
I feel like, that's pretty... I would say that's pretty accurate, actually.
Okay, so what were you, INFP?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna read about my secrets?
The Mediator, 16 personalities. Here we go.
That's me.
INFP personalities are true idealists. Where's the bulleted list? Come on, why is
list
not on this one?
Oh.
INFP personality. Let's see if that other. I wish the other website, not personality page. The personality page doesn't have a bullet list. Okay, what did I search?
Portrait of an INFP.
It's so long. Don't look.
Oh, that's very long.
Onlinepersonalitytests.org.
12 surprising type secrets of the INFP personality type.
What's the most surprising secret of the INFP personality type? I'm like spittling over here. Oh, we're so much on our phones right now. We're the coolest podcast in the world, just looking at things on our phone. You know how it'd be.
We're super great.
Okay, so anyway, tell me about INFP, and then we'll move on. We gotta go on.
When INFPs feel passionate about something, watch out.
Watch out.
I don't know what that means. That's weird.
Watch out. What do you feel passionate about,
I don't know.
Alicia?
I like sleeping and eating.
Oh, man. Watch out,
Watch
world.
out. I'm going to be sleeping and eating all day. The people in their life must share their values.
Must?
You must share my values, Steve, exactly, or I will dump you as a friend.
Well, I mean, one less problem, right? Right, Jay?
Got one less problem. INFPs can lead through inspiration. I don't even know what that is supposed to mean.
Lead me through inspiration, Alicia.
INFPs can grow by having new experiences. Everyone grows by having a new experience. I don't understand. That's dumb. Okay.
I just laughed in a weird way.
Let's see. I'll do the strengths and weaknesses. Idealistic, which was already mentioned. Seek value and harmony. Have no interest in having power over others. Don't care much for domineering attitudes at all. I prefer the more democratic approach and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard.
Oh, is that why you get mad at me when I try to boss you around?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. Have I ever tried to boss you? I don't feel like I have.
I don't think you have. And if you even, if there was a hint of it, I think you would have apologized a billion times.
Sorry.
We're so great. Open-minded and flexible. Live and let live attitudes come naturally to INFPs. They dislike being constrained by rules. Very creative. Combine their intuitive nature with their open-mindedness to allow them to see things from unconventional
Was it like this when I was reading my description?
What?
Boring?
Hey!
I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to tell you about myself and you're just ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you, I'm sorry. You just gotta throw in some jokes there.
Oh.
Or like pull Trumpisms and be like,
passionate and energetic!
That's true.
Woo!
That's true. Oh, can you believe that?
Can you believe that?
Sorry. I tweeted last week that Trump gives speeches like he's reading them for the first time. Because he always throws out these weird interjections.
And he's it's kind of, I don't know, you know how they say when, I don't know if you've ever taken a public speaking class or anything like that. If you are reading a speech, you have to make sure you look up from what you're reading and make eye contact with a couple different people in the audience.
Oh, that's part of his charm. Not a traditionally good speaker.
I love it when the president is just so bad.
I love it when he's completely uninspiring.
I love it when he's reading words other people wrote and I'm not even mildly thinking that he wrote any of those words at all.
He maybe has never heard those words before.
He's trying to sound them out as he goes along.
No, that's not true. Give the guy a little credit.
Oh man.
He reads serviceably, at least.
So let's see. My weaknesses are I'm impractical, too altruistic. How can that be a thing? I'm too nice. Alicia's too nice.
Has anybody ever said that to you? They've said that to me.
They've said that to me.
Times.
People said you're just a doormat for people.
They've said that to you?
Yeah, you're just a doormat for people's feelings.
They're like, Alicia, you're just a doormat for people. And you're like, screw you!
Yeah.
Get all
and I get really passionate.
Shut up! I hate you! How's this for not being a doormat?
I take things personally. INFPs often take challenges and criticisms very personally. Difficult to get to know.
Yeah, you do. Jeez. So personally.
Do you think I'm difficult to get to know? Do you think I'm reserved and private?
I would say yes, actually.
Really?
To a degree, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I mean to be that way. It's just my personality.
It's my personality disorder. I'm an ENFJ or whatever. It's my personality disorder.
Perhaps you've heard of it.
I'm the giver personality disorder.
I don't want anything that you're giving me, Steve.
I know. Believe me. Except my food.
Oh, true.
And some sleep, probably. If I could hand that out. Oh, man. Have you been getting enough sleep?
I actually did not get a lot of sleep last night.
Me neither.
I think I fell asleep at like 3-ish.
Yeah, I have a problem where I want to sleep, but I can't.
Do you get like anxious about the more time you're laying in bed?
Yes,
I get the less time you're getting sleep.
I do get anxious about that, but not as much as I should.
I get so anxious about that.
I mostly am just like, because I'm like in bed trying to sleep, right? So I look at the clock and I'm like, well, 12:30. Well, 1:15. You know,
2 o'clock. Well, looking at my phone now because this is not happening.
I just throw on some video or whatever and try to watch it. I was trying to watch The Wire last night.
Oh, jeez.
Trying to get back into the second season because I think I fizzled out in the second season when I tried to watch it last time. I can't really remember though, so.
Who are these characters?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, last time I couldn't sleep, not this last night, but before, I got up and I made homemade mac and cheese, like from scratch by making like a bechamel sauce.
What time did you wake up?
What
time did you get up?
I think it was like 1:30ish.
To start the mac and cheese?
Making mac and cheese. I made this cheese sauce. And I toasted breadcrumbs to put on top, like in
Midnight
a pan.
rolls around and you're like, new day, new calories. Yeah. Let's go.
Like, I'm ready. My body's ready for these calories.
Oh,
last night, though, I was like really starving. And I just, at like 12:30, I had like a freak out. I was like, I'm too hungry. And I like got up and I made a fried egg. Not in butter, but like in some, like a little bit olive oil. Like 1 teaspoon. A whisper of olive oil.
A whisper of olive oil.
And then I got out a tortilla, like a corn tortilla, and some salsa.
Hello, olive oil. So it started out being my Popeye impression, but then it just turned into a creepy
really
English
weird.
guy.
Like the rub the lotion on its skin guy.
Olive oil.
It rubs the olive oil on its skin, or else it gets the hose.
When they hear it in their ears, that was like.
I was wearing headphones, Steve.
That was like some real. What's the word? ASMR. That was ASMR is my personality type disorder.
Welcome back to the Plain Donuts podcast.
Welcome to the ASMR Plain Donuts podcast.
We hope you really like this podcast.
Do you like it when my voice sounds like that?
You're gonna have fun equalizing that out, huh?
It's just really weird, guys. I'm really sorry. People like get weird with it and they like toothbrush the microphone and stuff and they're like, do you like that sound? Do you like the sound of the toothbrush? I'm like, this, I just can't. I don't, ASMR is not a thing I can get into.
I'm into it. I'm into like tapping and like scratches on pencil, like pencil on paper. But do you guys like this?
Alicia's like over there Googling like pencil on paper ASMR.
Dude, it was unintentional how I stumbled onto that ASMR.
Really?
Too, yeah.
Well, Otto's making faces. I don't know. It's good. Really good faces that seem to mean very nice things about you.
Oh, that's so nice. No. Hey, don't you got push-ups to do or something? You want to see the huge
muscle in my foot?
Whoa! Whoa! Check that out! It's like almost as big as your thumb muscle. Can I touch it, actually?
Yeah, sure.
I want to. Wow, that's so weird! Oh, it's like really... Like, I don't know.
Otto, do you want to touch my sweet foot muscle?
Oh, dude, you gotta touch it. It feels like a... I don't know. Feel it. It's
you don't
really
want to touch it?
It's real tough.
Touch it, Otto!
It's like hard as a... You could crush like walnuts with that.
Oh man, that'd be cool, right? Just, oh man.
Just like press it there. Oh man, that's wild.
You guys should play drums for like 20 years and then you'll have
like
a really cool foot muscle.
You'll have the best muscles of your life on the most
20
random.
20 years, gross.
Oh.
It's more like 18, but whatever.
Oh, that's older than some of our listeners, Steve.
Really?
I don't know. There might be someone
Maybe.
out there. Maybe you're out there.
If you're a teen, why are you listening to this?
Because they're cool and mature.
Very mature.
Mature view.
Very mature teens.
Yeah. We're going to talk next about the bourgeoisie, as I mentioned.
Oh, jeez, the bourgeoisie. I don't know
bourgeoisie.
anything about the bourgeoisie.
You know the
You trying
song
to be
Bad and
bougie?
Bougie?
Yeah.
Did you take that quiz? How much percent bad? Didn't we take that quiz
I
together?
did. I was 100% bad.
Oh, man. I was 25% bad, 75% bougie.
I was 100% bad. Like, 0% bougie.
Oh, man. How did we hang
So
out?
come at me. No, I'm just joking.
I want to know what that means so
I
bad.
don't know what that
even
means.
after I read the paragraph of information after I was like, I don't know what this means at all. So that was fun.
Mine was like, you are 100% bad. Please leave this website now.
You're too bad for this website. You're bad.
Get out of my house.
Get out.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
We should probably do our questions.
We should. We actually got a lot. So.
Oh no!
Oh.
No! No!
Yeah.
I like to say no in every way possible. Okay, so
Great.
let's start out. I wrote a tweet about movies today, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Let me read it aloud for you. I wrote, "The John Wick movies are the best comic book movies not based on a comic book."
Ding.
Ba-ding!
I've actually never seen
So
those
far, that
movies.
has 17 likes.
Whoa,
What?
seriously?
On
Dang.
Facebook, not
Oh.
on Twitter. I wish, I'd be so
I was like,
popular on
dang,
Twitter.
yeah, on Twitter, that's crazy.
You can't
how,
get
like-
any response to anything on Twitter, man. I try and I try and I try, but it's just it's
But love
kind of
don't
like trying to
discriminate.
get Plain Donuts audience members to participate in your show. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I love you guys so much. I love you so much. Please never leave. Please, please, please.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Steve, no. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the friend who will make you pee your pants.
Yeah.
That's the tweet Alicia wrote
I
today.
wrote that tweet today. I wrote 2 tweets today, which I'm not like I'm just like a lurker type on most social media, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm a consumer.
Yeah. That's okay.
Also, I wrote a tweet a couple days ago. Fast and the Furious 7 is way better than Fast 8, The Fate of the Furious.
Have you seen Fast 8?
I sure have. I bought it because I wanted to watch it so bad, but it wasn't on Redbox and it wasn't anywhere else. I
How
wanted
many
to see
Fasts
it.
have you seen?
I've seen all of them, actually.
Is Tokyo Drift considered one of the...
Oh, it's so bad. I don't like to think about Tokyo Drift. It's so bad.
I feel bad for you, son.
Oh.
I got 99 problems, but a drift ain't
Yeah.
one.
Oh! I just dabbed,
Nice
in case
dab.
you're wondering.
Oh, man, we gotta start putting this out as a video.
I know. People will be like, what kind of garbage is this?
What kind of terrible... These guys suck at podcasting. Okay.
Also, my other tweet, since we were reading tweets.
Oh, I thought we were talking about movies.
Oh, yeah. I'll finish reading
Go
my
on,
tweet.
go on. I like it.
Nothing says working in a city quite like accidentally rolling your bike through someone's poop on the street, which happened to me today.
Oh, gross.
So, anyways. we'll talk
I
about
heard that if you, report human feces, they will, go out and clean it up right away.
Seriously?
That's what I heard.
Dang,
But
because that was
maybe
the
that's
second poop that because Steve and I both saw the same
Oh,
first poop.
jeez.
And
I
that
was like,
pretty-
that's feasibly a large dog.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
that did not look like dog poop.
No.
I was like, oh, and that was there for a minute, so it was kind of like a little, you know how it's like petrified a little bit. Outside.
Gross.
Oh, I almost thought. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
gonna
talking
gag.
about this. Gag.
Well, hello, Donut Holes. Welcome to the middle section of the podcast. Hey, just wanted to disrupt the show as per usual and say thank you so much for listening. I teased an important announcement coming up in the beginning of the episode, and here is that announcement. Plain Donuts, during the rest of the summer, will be going on an every other week schedule. Alicia is just crazy busy, and it's been super hard to connect for the podcast, so we figured we'd relieve a little pressure from her and just do it every other week until the beginning of September, which will actually be my birthday, so remember that. Jeez. Also, if this is your first episode, welcome to the show. You can always find more episodes at yourplaindonuts.com. You can also find links to all of our social media sites there. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And we always will announce when we're recording the show on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll ask for questions or comments about that week's topic there. And when you reply through our official Plain Donuts channels, you're much more likely to have your question or comment or anecdote or whatever read on the show. So go to yourplaindonuts.com, find us on Twitter and Facebook and all the other places, and you can hear about the episode from there. Okay. One thing that I would love to ask you to do, if you're a regular listener of the show and you like it, could you go to iTunes and leave us a rating and a review? That just helps us out, gets us in front of Apple to say, hey, look at us, we're a cool podcast. And eventually they might make us featured somehow. So yeah, that's something that we would love for you to do. Also, and this is the favor that I always ask, and I love those of you who do share the podcast with your bros. If you have friends you think would like it, just give them this episode or another one that you love and tell them to check it out. We love having new listeners. The interaction with the listeners is what makes Plain Donuts the podcast that it is. We would not exist without you. So, yeah, it's great. Please do share. We would love to see it grow. All right. Remember, from here on out, you'll receive a new episode every other week. I'm sorry for the delay on those. It's just got to be done. It's a crazy summer. All right, I hope you're having a good one, and enjoy the rest of the show. Goodbye. Okay, so movies.
Love him, hate him.
Okay, so like? Alicia Cole person, Alicia C. Sorry, I just
shout out to Alicia.
No
C.
doxing allowed here. She said, "How many sequels are acceptable in a series before enough is enough?" And then she said, "Looking at you, Fast and Furious."
Yeah, I think it's good. I think the 7th one was like, let's stop. Because the 7th one was, like, so crazy and amazing. Mm-hmm. And the 8th one was, like, trying to, like, hype it up, like, a little bit more.
Over the top?
But it was not good. It was just not a good... I was not into it. I was not feeling... I've
seen the Fast and the Furious 1. I'm pretty sure I've seen Tokyo Drift. And I'm pretty sure I've seen Fast 2, but I've never seen any beyond that.
Too Fast, Too Furious, you mean?
Maybe I haven't seen that one. Not totally sure. The names don't let me know anything.
But I have to say, though, Fast and the Furious always has a banging soundtrack. All the soundtracks are so good. You can, like, listen to any of the Fast and Furious soundtracks, and they'll be... So, even Tokyo Drift has a really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
So. But, yeah, I think 7 movies... Just kind of getting, like, you remember The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
That was, like, it's, like, kind of getting to, like, that point. It's
yeah,
like,
it's starting
how
to
many times can Ducky get trapped in a tar pit and all the other dinosaurs save her?
As many times as they'll give us money to make.
Actually, they got kind of weird, though, towards the end. Do you remember any of those movies?
No.
Like, one of them, it was, like, 2 raptors saved all the little dinosaur kids, and then it was, like, an existential universe, like... Beyond, and there's a song called Beyond the Mysterious Beyond, because that was like the thing.
What?
It's really, you gotta like look it up, like Beyond the Mysterious Beyond. It was like really weird. You guys, I'm not making this up. Go look for yourself. I don't know.
It sounds like some kind of like mushroom trip for kids.
It was weird, yeah. So
my friend did mushrooms once and had a trip that he went to hell. He's like, I'm never doing drugs again.
What was it like?
And I was like, suit yourself. Just kidding.
And then Steve ate every mushroom in the world.
And then I ate all the world's. I don't know anything about drugs, honestly. So, yeah, it was a bad time for him, I guess.
What about you, Steve? How many sequels are acceptable?
How many sequels do I suppose are acceptable? You know, so speaking of sequels, I wanted to say this actually about Harry Potter, because people like dog on Harry Potter for reasons. Like, they'll be like, oh, there's the Time Turner was like, it's just such a bad plot device kind of thing, or whatever, right? One thing that Harry Potter did crazy well that I don't think you could actually. I don't know. I think maybe she did it on purpose, but I don't know how you could write this unless you're just like a super empathetic person. But it's the only series I know that matured with its audience. Like, the people who were reading the books, as they read them year after year, they were getting older, and the books were getting...
That's true, because I was in 2nd grade when and I was like the age Harry was, and as the books came out, I was getting older. I was like, oh, I totally relate to 15-year-old Harry. Yeah. Except I didn't kiss anyone that is like, the most beautiful boy in school or whatever,
Chose horrible, whatever. Yeah.
So
that's great.
Yeah, but that's a good point. I never really thought about that. So.
But I will say that splitting the last book into 2 movies, that's kind of like double dipping in my opinion, where it's like
what else?
Just
Who else did
finish
that?
it.
Oh yeah, like Hunger Games did the same thing, and it's kind of like, movies that do that. The first part 1 of the show, the series, I guess, is always like this really long, drawn out, like. There's no climax. Like, because movies, usually there's, like,
there's a build and a climax and a falling action.
But the whole thing is just build, and it's boring. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just like, this is not cool. Like,
well, it's very unsatisfying.
Yeah.
I think as a viewer, you're like, I've been built up for 2 hours, and you gave me no payoff.
Yeah.
Why should I come back to the next one? Oh, you'll just have to wait a year for your payoff.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. In no other world would that be okay.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down.
Yeah, so the first Hunger Games, third movie, whatever. It was like, oh, we're gonna go to the Capitol, and then it was just like, that's it. We're just building up to go to the Capitol, and then Harry Potter was like, we're being chased, and that was like the whole movie is we're being chased. Yeah. Just like Fast and Furious 3. Garbage movie 3.
I'm glad you have such specific Fast and Furious tastes.
Yeah, Fast 7. So
yeah, I don't know. I can't give a limit, but you gotta know when you're reaching yours. Yeah. Filmmakers. Okay, so this is from Cola.
Hey, Cola.
She said, The Room is honestly the worst movie ever, and I couldn't get through it and know it has this huge cult following because it's so bad, but I couldn't even love how bad it was because it was just bad. But my question would be, what's a favorite of your guys's that people wouldn't expect or perhaps haven't heard of? Hidden gems / guilty pleasures? My hidden gem is Only Lovers Left Alive because Jim Jarmusch is fantastic.
Ooh.
I don't know. The Room has some really great quotes.
Oh, I've never actually seen it before. I'm kind of nervous because
Brian.
I feel like I'd be like Cola. I'd be like, I'm gonna watch this because it's so bad.
I haven't seen the whole thing all the way through for sure. I've definitely seen scenes, quotable scenes.
Yeah. What was the worst movie I've ever seen? I don't know. Kung Pao was pretty bad.
You didn't like Kung Pao?
I didn't like Kung Pao.
I don't remember Kung Pao.
Also, what's the other one? Oh, this is the one we both watched, Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah, that one.
I don't know what was that.
Bad.
Batman and Robin Forever.
Batman? Yeah, the second Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I thought it was the first. I thought it was Batman and Robin, and I really thought it was the one where they like introduced Chris Double C's character.
Yeah.
The Robin character, and it's so cool because he has this like sweet scene where he's karate doing laundry, and it's like, this is awesome. When I was a kid, so I thought we were going to be watching that, but we weren't, and I was like 70% drunk at the time, and so like that was like the first time
we gave Steve. At least I've given Steve any alcohol.
I almost got drunk when I was in Portland for work a little while ago. Not on purpose. Like, I wasn't like, I'm going to get plowed, see you guys later. It was just like, I was...
you mean plastered?
You
said plowed.
Is that different?
That's very different.
Are you...
Like, plowed is like...
Well, yeah, no, I know what it could mean.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel like that's the more common thing, right?
Well, let's look.
UrbanDictionary.com.
No, we're going to have to look at the Urban Dictionary. Oh, you said Urban Dictionary.
No, Steve, it's the Urban Dictionary.
I feel like I've heard people say getting plowed for getting drunk before.
Really? What are you searching? Getting plowed or just plowed?
Both. Oh yeah, it's both. So the lewd one has 467 upped thumbs. The getting drunk one has 239 upped thumbs.
Upped thumbs.
And there's a second drunk one that has another 157 upped thumbs.
I just searched for like the
and
singular?
There's another one that talks about having a current state of mind that was like beers. That's 91. So most of them describe getting drunk. Some of them describe something much different than that. Although the two can coincide, so I've heard.
So we're both right.
So anyway, so stupid. So I drank a cider and a whiskey sour in one sitting over the course of like an hour and 20 minutes or so, right? Maybe a little longer than that. Maybe it was an hour and a half. But I was feeling fine, and then I stood up and I was like, oh, I am a little close to drunk right now. And even one of the people that was with me was like, yeah, you had a little bit of glaze in your eyes. And I was like, I didn't do it on purpose. You
didn't say, I didn't have any donuts.
I know.
That would have been
I get it.
Joke.
I get it.
It's a glaze joke, like
I
donuts.
shoot glaze from my eyes. You want some of my glazed donuts? Hold on, let me get some glaze out. It's my mutant power.
That was your mutant power like a couple
little Tommy Glaze eyes.
months ago, remember when you had the eye thing?
That was gross.
Yeah, you had some leaky eye. That was your eye glaze right there, homie.
Gross. Nobody wants to eat that.
I don't know. Maybe somebody does.
I don't know. Hashtag not my kink.
Not my kink.
Anyway, so though my I don't know if I have any secret favorite movies. My favorite movie is Gladiator, but
I didn't know that.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one, so it might have changed since then. Really like the John Wick movies recently, but those are very popular. You know what? Probably the underrated movie that I love the most is Unbreakable.
That's
M. Night
actually a really
Shyamalan
good one.
movie.
Yeah, that was good. M. Night Shyamalan.
It was
not
really
bad
good.
Shyamalan.
It was really, really good. I loved it, and I still love it to this day. And I really like Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. So I would say that's probably like the one that I like the most, that people like but aren't like, I love that movie. But me, I'm like, yes, it's so good. Yes. I loved it when I was a teenager.
That was a good one.
It was kind of like before comic book movies, really.
Yeah.
And so, like, when it came out, it was like sort of saying, this guy has a regular life, but he's also a superhuman or whatever. And
I think it did it like a lot differently.
Yeah.
Like a lot of comic book movies do it too.
So
it was. Oh no, it was really cool.
It was cool. Great job, Shamalama.
Shamalama.
I read a hot take. No, it wasn't really that hot of a take, but I read a take on what's that Aliens one?
Aliens.
The Shyamalan Aliens movie.
Oh, no, I can't think of it.
Not The Village.
What's the name of that movie?
The Shyamalan Aliens.
Shyamalan alien movie.
Signs. Thank you.
I really like Signs.
Otto's got the memory today.
He's doing his producer job today.
People hate Signs. A lot of people really hate it. I liked it.
I liked it.
I read a take on it that said that the aliens in the movie were actually demons, and like it went through like all of these reasons that the aliens, if you just thought of them as demons, everything in the movie makes more sense. And I was like, this is really weird, because it lined up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Weird.
It was nuts. Sheldon also thought The Room was terrible.
Ugh.
He thought it was awful. Most people think it's terrible, and that's why they love it. Lindsay Lindsay E.
Wow, what's with you doxing people today?
I don't know. She said it doesn't. Anyway, I would go into why that doesn't really matter, because it's.
And nothing else matters.
If you could live in a movie with no negative consequences, which movie would you pick? Oh, it's such an interesting question. I wanted time to think about this one, and I forgot to take it.
Negative consequences. So I'm guessing that means, like, I live by the rules of the universe.
You live inside the movie, but there's nothing bad that's going to happen because of you living in that universe, I guess.
Okay. I was thinking more of, like, nothing negative will happen outside of that to me directly.
So, I mean, I would probably want to live in, like, a superhero movie or something like that, where I could participate and be one of the super people. Mostly because I've had some of the raddest dreams where I had superpowers, and I would just wake up and be like, "That was awesome!" And so, like,
go back to sleep.
Yeah, do you ever get that where you're like in the middle of an awesome dream and then you wake up and you're like, "No, come on, I was just about to win," or whatever.
I actually had a dream recently, and I'll go back to the question in a second, but I wrote this one down because I'm trying to write down my dreams.
Oh, no.
And so I only wrote 2 sentences because I, woke up and immediately, typed it out, so it doesn't make sense.
And then went back to sleep.
Yeah. Part of Philip DeFranco's Reddit/online forum team, all of our meetings were held in an empty pool. I was in charge of finances. What does that mean?
Philip DeFranco?
Yeah.
And they have an empty pool?
I specifically remember there were desks at the bottom of this empty pool. And I was sitting at one of the desks, and we were, in this meeting. And, yeah, we were he's like, all right, this is, how we gotta plan out this thing and that. And I was like, yes, Mr. DeFranco, sir, whatever. And then, he's like, all right.
Okay, Phil.
Make sure you can, we have the budget for this, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, in my dream, I'm like, this is the coolest thing. I can't believe I have this job, which I would never work there, and I would never be in charge of finances because I'm terrible with money, so...
Yes.
Yes.
Who's the other famous DeFranco?
The actor?
Yes. Oh,
who is it? DeFranco what? The actor...
Oh, what is his name?
No. We already said Philip DeFranco.
Is his name DeFranco?
Is he the dude, the 127 hours dude?
Yeah.
No, that's not his name.
No, it's not. It's not a different Philip DeFranco. That'd be crazy. James Franco.
Oh gosh, we're really good at celebrities.
James, I'm so sorry,
Franco.
man. No relation. To each other whatsoever.
Oh, jeez.
What if Philip DeFranco was like, Philip DeFranco, no relation.
No relation. That'd be a good skit.
It'd be good.
SNL skit.
All right.
Well, let's see. So my movie?
Yeah. What movie would you live in?
I'm guessing. So if it was in a world, I'm living in this movie, but as myself. I'm not So if I were to go to a superhero movie, I'd be the one of the people running away, there's giant aliens.
You're probably gonna die.
Yeah. So I don't want to do that.
But there are no negative consequences, so maybe you could just watch it happen. You're cool. Yeah, this superhero battle in real life.
So neat. Yeah. I think I would
It's almost like I'm there.
Something dramatic that I could actively participate in.
The Notebook?
Like Argo.
Oh. Okay.
Or the Hurt Locker, I guess.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, I want those Academy Awards, man. Give me those awards.
You want to live in the world of the Academy Awards, but you don't want to live in the world of Slumdog Millionaire or something?
Way.
It's
just
pretty
dramatic.
Dramatic.
Yeah, I just need a little bit of dramatic type.
You want to live in the world of 24?
Yes.
Oh man, can you imagine the adrenaline it would take to do that work in 24 hours? That would suck, man. That would suck so much. Okay, we have more questions. One more, actually. And then we got to be done. It's we're 50 minutes in.
What?
Okay. Whew, that was a weird sound. Alternate castings for I've read all the questions. Would you like to read this one? Sure, sorry.
This is from Aldo, who was a past guest.
He was a past co-host. Past guest co-host.
Past co-host. Cool guy. I can't remember what episode he was in, but you can go back and find him. You can use the internet and Google. Alternate castings for movies. Have you ever seen a movie and then thought, this other actor would have been amazing in this role instead? What are some of yours? for me, it's Henry Cavill. Is that how you pronounce his name? Cavill?
I think so.
In pretty much any James Bond film, he would make a great 007. Actually, I think I can agree with that. Or an actual French actress for Belle, because they're in France and not England, and I'm starting to think Emma Watson can't actually act, so the director gave up and let her keep her British accent while portraying a French character! Exclamation! I'm so glad, Aldo also has very strong feelings for Beauty and the Beast.
So the only people that have French accents, there's only one person, and he's a candlestick.
And he's a Scottish guy! That just makes me so... Aldo, we need to have
We talked about this a little bit because I am not very okay with all of the... I'm okay with it, I get it, but there's just so much stuff in there that's not right according to the culture that they're trying to portray. But at the same time, I'm like, this magic beast, so it's fantasy anyway, you know?
I don't know, there's lots of things, I feel. Although I know Emma Watson can do a pretty good American accent, because she was in, the movie that was it's not What Eating Gilbert Grape, that's a really old movie. The one where she's
The Hurt Locker.
Yes, The Hurt Locker. Starred along Chris Pratt. I don't know. She was in The Bling Ring, that's another one, but I can't remember the other name.
The Bling Ring?
Uh-huh, she was in The Bling Ring. She's in a lot of, American movies. She was in The Circle recently with Tom Hanks. She's in a lot of, random things. Yeah. Randomly playing American.
I think she's actually a good actress, but I don't know if she gets enough credit for it. Just Aldo's not giving her.
Yeah, I don't know. That movie was not necessarily, my...
Alright, so do you have any alternate castings in particular for people?
For, any movie ever?
Yeah, sure.
Idris Elba as James Bond.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
That'd be dope. Actually, Idris Elba in a lot of things because he's cool. Can you imagine him in Taken? Oh, I love really Liam Neeson, but that would be a really good really alternate good. Taken.
Like Taken 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Pass the Taken torch to Idris Elba. That'd be awesome.
That'd be an awesome action movie.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of... I feel like there was a time where I was watching a movie and I was like, Will Smith would be really good in this. I can't remember what it was, though. Anything.
Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty good actor, actually. He's, got a pretty good range.
Yeah.
So, he could replace a lot of people. A lot of people.
So I was watching the new Batman v Superman movie. You know the one?
Yeah, the one where Batman vs Superman.
And I was like, oh, you know this character, Alfred? You know who would play him better? Literally anyone else.
Oh, yeah. That was actually a really weird
That was
Alfred,
a really weird Alfred.
Because he was what? There was something dramatic happening with him.
I can't
Unless
remember.
My brain is being tainted from the Batman and Robin movie where Alfred, secretly had...
Oh, yeah, he had the disease.
The disease, and it was, a very vague-sounding, cancer-type-sounding disease, but not really cancer. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. What's his name? Alfred J. Pennyworth? Oh, that's the character's name. Who's the actor, though?
Jeremy Irons?
Oh, really? But I much prefer, Michael Caine. Mm-hmm. Much better Alfred.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was just, a good... Because Alfred's, supposed to be a sassy type of butler? And
Jeremy, a little bit sassy,
and
but
Jeremy Irons just came across as, mean?
Yeah,
I guess he wasn't,
true.
Because Alfred's I'm going to act as, the father figure, but also... You're my boss. It's a weird dynamic, but it was just played off as way weird.
I just got this sort of hipster dad vibe from him, and I was like, I'm not really into this Alfred.
Yeah, he's I don't like the Americanos at this place because they burn the espresso. Type Alfred. The other Alfred just doesn't care. He's just drinking his whiskey and scotch and watching the rugby game on Saturdays.
He's too cool.
I mean,
look at those tortoiseshell glasses.
Yeah.
Alfred wouldn't wear tortoiseshells. Too trendy.
Did Alfred ever wear glasses in the comic book?
I don't remember.
I don't think so. Yeah, he looks so hip. Alfred.
We're Googling Alfred and glasses.
We are. Yeah, he's like younger Alfred too. I think they tried to like sexify Alfred. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's the whole problem. It's like, oh,
like
look
sexy.
at this Alfred, like he's so attractive.
So attractive.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
This movie contains no jokes. We're DC. We don't want jokes in our movies.
We don't make jokes except we want a really sexy Alfred.
All our movies are sad and depressing, like comic books are supposed to be.
Wah, wah.
So anyway,
we have some issues with sexy Alfred.
Apparently Wonder Woman is like a really good DC movie, and I agree. Like, it's one of the best ones. I saw a comment on the internet that said something about like, oh, I'm disappointed in what this movie is going to be teaching my kids.
Oh,
and somebody responded, they're like, what about like gender roles? They're like, that DC is going to put out good comic book movies.
Oh man. I'm crossing my fingers for the Justice League movie that's coming out.
Maybe it'll be good.
Maybe it'll be good. Because, I mean, the best part of Batman versus Superman, in my opinion, was the Wonder Woman scene.
Oh, sorry.
Aquaman, yeah. Like the brief moment where they showed like a scratchy videotape of Aquaman.
I was like, yeah, my favorite Aquaman.
And you're like, oh, it's
the coolest character of all time.
Oh, he talks to fish.
I really hope they like decide to put some humor in there, because they could just be like, Aquaman, are you serious?
Like, this guy talks to fish.
Dude,
what kind of superhero power is that?
You speak whale like Dory?
What's his Jason Momoa? Is that who the actor is?
So, yeah.
They have like
Otto's
all these.
nodding.
Oh, that's like Otto's crush, his man, his bae.
All right.
Jason Momoa is
Jason
bae.
Momoa. I think they should have had The Rock play Aquaman.
Oh, that would have been really good. Because The Rock would have done like the eyebrow thing, and I would have been like lost my mind. Like, he's
man, you know, The Rock.
The Rock is funny. I think he's. I know some people are like, oh, The Rock is in too many things. He's not that funny. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, guys, calm down.
He doesn't take himself too seriously, so he can play whatever.
When people say stuff like that, I'm just like, shut up.
Like, what's that? Like that comic? It's like, shh, let people enjoy things.
I know. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, just stop. Let people enjoy the things that they like.
I mean, but some people like get some kind of joy from other people tearing stuff down. That's why there are those like criticism shows that people are like on YouTube and stuff, where they're just like, yeah, get them. Oh, it feels so good for you to hate them. So, anyway, yeah,
like Fashion Police.
Yeah, but you know, the better shows that are fashion, like did you ever see What Not to Wear? That show was great, because they're like, all your clothes are terrible and awful and really bad, but also let's help you find some better clothes that are good.
Here's some new clothes, thanks. Okay, thanks, bye.
I don't like that show. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I did like it. I did like it.
That was a 2000 show, right? Like, that was like
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I think is it still going on?
I don't think so. I think Stacy went and did some other stuff, and so did the other guy.
Oh man.
Really, really good show though.
That was a good one.
I mean, I like the way that they teach people to wear stuff that is good for them and isn't gonna go out of style quickly, which is great, because like a lot of those people that they're teaching aren't gonna be able to keep up with like trends and stuff like that. It's just not in their personality to watch that kind of thing. So if you give them some basic rules about how to like dress well for yourself, they could just do that forever and be fine.
Yeah. It's like a lot of confidence boosting, right? They're like, hey, look, you're allowed to like buy nice clothes and wear nice clothes and be confident in who you are. So I like that aspect of the show.
It's like, hey girl, you banging.
Hey girl, you banging.
Just kidding. Once I drew a picture of a U with a hammer, and it said you banging underneath. It's really stupid. It was on MySpace.
It's a good one.
People didn't think it was funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've never made anything that anyone thought was funny.
And on that note.
Oh, man. Alright. Well, I will stop being down on myself next time, I guess.
Come on, Steve.
We
all know that's not true. Just kidding.
I'll try to care about myself. I'll do some self-care. Eat some ice cream. You know.
We don't have any more calories.
I know. I don't have any calories for what I've already eaten. To be honest. But anyway, take a little bath.
Ooh,
you know,
light some candles.
Read a nice cozy mystery.
Just like Don's Hill.
A novel
by Corinne.
How's that for free advertising? There you go, Corinne. You're welcome. Anyway.
What can I say? Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, great. All right, well, thank you. I appreciate your listenership, although I'll never be satisfied.
Well, we threw it in at the very end.
We did it. Lin-Manuel.
Lin-Manuel, why don't you talk to me on Twitter?
Seriously, hit us up, man.
Hit us up. Slide into my DMs. I'll slide into yours.
Ooh. Whoa.
Hey,
Otto. You got some Lin-Manuel danger.
Yeah. I think
Is he on your list? What if Lin-Manuel was on the celebrity list for somebody? He's such a nerd, though. Like, I just can't imagine being like, Lin-Manuel is so gorgeous. I love him so much. His body, whatever. He's on my list of people with my... Like, I just can't.
Yeah,
even his, like, singing voice is kind of nerdy sounding. Yeah. And, like, I just can't imagine him being, like... And I'm sorry, Lynn. I know.
I want him to like this. This is the episode that he listens.
I know, Lynn. That I'm not. I don't mean to be down on you because I love you very much as a person, and your mind is incredible, and I like your musical abilities in every way possible. And I think you really killed it with your verses on the Hamilton mixtape. Really killed it. But I just don't think you're sexable.
Oh. And on that note,
I'm just kidding.
This has been the Plain Donuts Podcast.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.